Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back through daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. We have quite a bit of things to talk about, so sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I just want to ask if you guys could please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely. You guys have no idea how much it does help. It only takes 2 seconds, and I do greatly appreciate it. Also, for anybody who is interested, over on NCashOfficial.com, I do have the Ultimate Crusader Trading Bundle Pack on sale. I think it's like 45% off right now currently until the end of the month. So for anybody who is interested in that, definitely go check it out. But overall, right now I am watching the market very closely. We did get the rejection on Bitcoin. We're actually going to be talking about that. We can pretty much see it right here. So the RSI on Bitcoin has been fairly weak. It still is having a little bit of a rejection here, as it did kind of peak a little bit at about 44. But overall, you can clearly see that sign of resistance that it keeps hitting. Now, this isn't the only part that we've been watching for this to actually break too. We want this to actually break above this point and actually hold this so that we can pretty much go higher. But I was expecting us to actually hit resistance and actually get one more sweep of the lows. It could be 42K, it could be 40K itself. We are waiting for that validation. Now, I will fully welcome us, just going to, 53K plus and not having the sweep of the lows. But in my mind, I think that we will get that. I think that that happens, fairly soon. Now, with this in mind, altcoins are not going to take too big of a hit, especially considering the fact that Bitcoin dominance is still fairly low at about around the 40 level. I do think that the next major impulse on this is going to be fairly significant to watch, and I do suspect that that could happen with maybe a little bit of an impulse on Bitcoin, or maybe, we have a decline in Bitcoin dominance and a massive increase in Bitcoin to ranges for the last part of alt season. It is very possible. Now, with all of this in mind, I definitely am watching, XRP closely. I had a little bit of a free day yesterday. It was pretty much just running, and it did hit some resistance. We have the resistance line here. This is pretty much the top of it. It's about 96 cents, and you guys can pretty much see this being major support going all the way back to August. So once we do break out of this, I do suspect that we will target about almost $1.40 fairly quickly. RSI looks pretty good here. It's above 50, so it is fairly strong. I do want a little bit of a higher RSI. I do want a little bit above, the 70 mark. But of course, in terms of the volume and stuff, it looks pretty good. But of course, the XRP USD chart is fairly fine to look at. But I do, keep a close eye out on the Bitcoin price chart, because the Bitcoin price chart, as you guys do see, the RSI is extremely strong here. It is almost near my target goal, which is this green area up here, which is the major demand zone, going all the way back again to August. I do want us to have that nice impulse yet again. So with all of that in mind, yes, I am watching the entire market fairly closely, especially with Bitcoin and XRP. On the 24-hour span, you can pretty much see a lot of these altcoins making some double-digit figure moves. And, XRP is definitely one of them, up about almost, on the day span, only up 3.93%, but we do see on the 7-day span it is up about 20%. So overall, there has been, quite a little bit of movement throughout the market, especially for some altcoins, but I suspect that there is a lot more movement left in the market once Bitcoin does finally break that resistance point. Until then, I'm not going to get extremely bullish. But with all of this in mind, it is pretty hard not to get bullish when we are seeing stuff like this. Credit unions seek regulator approval to hold crypto assets. Now, I've been talking to guys about credit unions. I've been talking to you guys about credit being tokenized. I think that that is the best deal. And the reason why I do think that is because I do want to ask everybody who is watching this, have you used a credit card recently? 9 times out of 10 is probably yes. You could obviously tell how annoying it is to use credit cards. Not only because, using credit kind of sucks, but it's the idea that, when you use a credit card, you have to wait so many days for the payment to go through, for it to be fully authorized. And then, of course, when we talk about using, a credit card, you have to pay it off. And when you go and make the payment, it takes forever for the balance to update. I do think that when we're talking about credit unions pretty much seeking crypto, we see credit unions moving in on crypto adoption as well. I think that this could get very interesting. And, in terms of a lot of these credit unions, I think that they could benefit greatly from, crypto services as well. So I think that this is going to be very interesting. Now, of course, they are talking about Bitcoin here more so, but we already know that Bitcoin is not going to be the main focus point, especially in terms of finance options and finance use cases. But of course, we do see the clear path for partnerships. We do see Noggle said that his trade group will continue to work with the regulator in the hopes that more can be done to allow credit unions to provide cryptocurrency custody services. Honestly, I think that when we're talking about digitization, I think that that is going to be the thing that I'm mainly looking for. And of course, I'll probably see that in my lifetime, to be honest with you guys, because when we're talking about real-time payments, real-time settlement also becomes a thing. And I think that a lot of us will see that come to fruition, especially within the next 5 to 10 years at least. And of course, we do see here, now we are seeing CNBC really kind of make some headlines now with what we have already known. We do see here a former U.S. treasurer on crypto investing in 2022. The train has already left the station. And of course, this is Rosie Rios, as you guys know from, Ripple. And we do see here, the train has already left the station. Rios, who served as treasurer in the Obama administration from 2009 to 2016, tells CNBC, make it, right? Blockchain technology is here. In terms of technology, they are mentioning, Ripple. They are talking more so about how it is becoming, an incredible overall, company. I mean, they're not saying that, but they are saying, that it is a fairly big startup. I think that we could pretty much scratch the name startup. It's way more than that now. But we just hear, based on those experiences, Rio says she has one piece of advice for anyone looking to invest in blockchain-based platforms or assets like cryptocurrencies or NFTs. Stick to easy, basic questions like, is the product practical, or is there room for growth? And of course, she is talking more so about NFTs being a speculative flash in the pan. She'll only invest in platforms that have growth potential and provide meaningful services or real-world value. Okay, so why is she, on board with Ripple? It's only a matter of time, in my opinion. And we do see here, it's not just the future. It's already being used all over the world in terms of XRP and even Ripple. So obviously, she understands the big, deal for the buck in terms of investing into Ripple or even XRP. And we also see here the needs for clarity extends to Ripple, which is locked in an ongoing lawsuit with the SEC over whether the XRP cryptocurrency is a virtual currency or security, which we already know the answer to that. But in terms of what is happening, we are seeing even, massive, companies pretty much moving in on crypto adoption, from Microsoft, PayPal to Burger King to even AMC to even WhatsApp. I mean, a lot of these companies are moving in. They understand where this is going. They know where Web 3.0 is also going, and we know exactly where it's all going. Also, we do see here from SBI Holdings, they launched their, they launched Japan's first crypto fund, and this is also including many cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Chainlink, and even Polkadot. So, start paying attention to this, because, when we're talking about a lot of these, major crypto funds, these, crypto liquidity hubs and all this kind of stuff that's been getting released lately, it is all kind of centered around a lot of the partnerships within the Ripple scene. This is why I do think that XRP is really going to prosper ahead of what a lot of people do realize, or not realize, I should say. Now we do see here, this product cannot be canceled halfway for 1 year, February 1st, 2022 to January 31st, 2023. This product is an investment of 5 million yen or more in units of 1 million yen for individuals or for individual investors. The amount equivalent to profits is treated as miscellaneous income, and as a general rule, it is necessary to file a final tax return and all that kind of stuff. So obviously, this is still kind of like, in my mind, a crypto exchange, but it's so much bigger than that. And we even see here, effectively, the new investment vehicle represents a partnership agreement between the fund investors and the SBI fund as the custodial manager of their crypto assets. And I do think that when we're talking about these major financial institutions and stuff like that, I think that they're going to be holding a lot more crypto eventually. I think that that is going to really be the spark that lights the flame. Now, I do want to talk to you guys about Visa as well. We do see here, just in, Visa completes a 700 million. I believe, I want to say that that is the British pound. I might be wrong here, but overall, 700 million acquisition of RippleNet partner currency cloud. Now, before I fully dive in here, I do just want to say, when we're talking about what is happening with Visa, we know that Visa has been moving in on crypto for a fairly long time. Now, like I said, I think this is pretty much the British pound. Of course, I mix up the British pound with the euro all the time. They look very similar overall. I'm pretty sure that is the British pound. But when we're talking about this, exciting times ahead for Currency Cloud as Visa announces completion of the acquisition. We look forward to working together to bring greater transparency, flexibility, and control for businesses moving money around the world. And of course, we do see our Currency Cloud, which is the global which is a globally leading provider for B2B cross-border payments, had also partnered with RippleNet, Ripple's financial payments network. The partnership, which was agreed upon earlier this year, was aimed at facilitating a technologically affluent cross-border payment mechanism. So when we're talking about this, I'm not saying that Visa's working with them. I'm just saying that when we're talking about the breadcrumbs and we go down the rabbit hole, we know that Visa's been a long-term, sort of adopter of crypto. Even this year alone, we did see this as well. Visa to keep contributing to the crypto ecosystem. Visa's head of crypto explains why. I can tell you guys right now, when we're talking about Visa and MasterCard, they have scalability options. They cannot scale their payments without paying higher fees. So every single time that Visa or MasterCard facilitates more and more transactional payment growth year to year, or even just, overall, they have to pay more in terms of fees. So what could allow them to make a ton of cash and also save a ton of money in fees? That's right, real-time payments on something like the XRP ledger. And I'm not saying that they're going to use it. I'm just saying, it would make sense. And of course, we do see here crypto is a cool asset. Visa's head of product. When we're talking about crypto, I think that it's only a matter of time before we do see, everybody using crypto. We're moving into I would say that we're moving into the future of where we see crypto being, a legitimate asset class, it taken very seriously in terms of where it could go. I know right now we are still very early with things like Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and stuff like that really kind of taking the forefront for a lot of retail demand. But I do think that this is going to be something that really kind of sparks the revolution in terms of utility being taken serious. Now, we even see here around 40% of those who own crypto are willing to leave regular banks and start using those that offer products based on digital currencies, which is no surprise, right? So when we're talking about this, we also talk about NFTs. We talk about SMEs and stuff like that. Even they're seeing SMBs, which is small and medium businesses. They're talking more so about tokenization. Tokenization definitely is going to take the world by storm. For a lot of individuals that do think that NFTs are just JPEGs on a screen, trust me, NFTs are so much bigger than that. And we already see here a number of Visa staff working with crypto surges to hundreds. So we are seeing this grow and grow and grow. Visa obviously sees the power behind crypto. We obviously see the power behind crypto as well. Now, I do really quickly want to address the massive whale, payments and stuff like that that are happening within Ripple. We did see here 400 million XRP sent by Ripple anonymous whales and ODL platforms. There's been a ton of XRP being shifted around. We've also been seeing massive whale accumulation. We even see here, 229.6 million XRP transferred from a unique wallet to an unknown wallet, to an unknown wallet. And of course, 170 million XRP pushed over by Ripple and ODL platforms. So a lot of growth is happening. A lot of transactional volume is happening as well. And we do see here 400 and almost 50 million XRP wired by anonymous whale and Binance. So, pay attention to what's happening within a lot of these whale transactions. I've been watching, Whale Alert for a little bit of time, and we've been seeing a ton of XRP volume. I mean, I'm talking massive amounts of volume. I have not checked the rich list in a while, but when we're talking about the rich list, I'm sure that it's not, in my mind, a lot of people think that this is extremely accurate. I don't think that this is so much accurate, but of course maybe it is. But we have been seeing a little bit of a change happening within, the top 0.1%, as you guys do see the volume, absolutely pouring in. We also see the 0.2% and 0.5%. It's pretty much all leading down. But of course, you do see the top 0.01% not really moving too much, but that is bounces that are greater or equal to 7.5 million XRP. So anything below that, we are seeing a lot of growth and a lot of movement of funds as well. So, definitely pay attention to what is happening here. You could see the balance shift, by the way, from September 30th to where we are currently. There has been a little bit of some, profit taking. Maybe they sold some. Maybe, they transferred it into a different coin. Maybe they moved it to a different wallet. Who knows? But a lot of the supply has diminished in terms of the holding amounts here. But in my mind, I don't think that that is going to be a signal on to, hey, should I sell or not? I just think that when we're talking about accumulation, I think that accumulation is definitely happening right now. In terms of the price, like I said, I think that we are still very close to a major breakout event. I just think that we want to watch Bitcoin currently, and I know that that might sound a little bit weird for a lot of individuals because I know that I always say, like, who cares about Bitcoin? But we do care about Bitcoin in terms of altcoin movements. It doesn't matter how good your asset is. We are still very well under the Bitcoin wing, so we have to watch Bitcoin here. Now, I know everybody's getting very excited about XRP. I see people saying XRP is about to take off. It's about to explode in price and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. I do think that XRP is going to have a massive show in 2022. I just think that currently right now, this being up from its lows is nothing too significant. I think that we still have a lot of ground to make up, but I do suspect that we will make that ground up. Now, with all of that in mind, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. Let's hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.